All right, good morning, traders. Today is August 26, 2024. Thank you for being here. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 558.39. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 except IWM are in daily uptrends. SPY closed with 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend. FNGU made an inside day, closing inside bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. SPY and QQQ also made inside days, closing over bullish traps over their rising 17 EMAs. IWM and Diamond Dow made higher highs and higher lows, bullish engulfing moves, closing over the bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. Gold and silver, both in uptrends, made higher highs and higher lows, closing over their bullish traps over their 17 EMAs. UNG in an uptrend made a lower high and a lower low, closing underneath a bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. And USO in an uptrend made a higher high and a higher low, closing over a bullish cross and over the 17 EMA. USO finally turned that thing around. It wasn't an uptrend, but it was acting in a downtrend like a bear. US dollar index in a downtrend closed near the 100.65 area. Hey, let's go take a look at some charts. Why is IWM not in a daily uptrend? Yeah, I'll take a look at that. It still hasn't broken. We'll take a look at that, Chip. All right, let's take a look at it right now. IWM on a daily. All right, so IWM broke this low. That put them in a downtrend right there. They broke this low. That also put them in a downtrend right there. Okay, so they're in a downtrend till they break this high, or they present a higher low and then take out the high. So they're in a downtrend technically, but they are acting bullish. They have to take out this high. Either that or make a higher low and then take out the high, and then they've created a new uptrend. That's all. Hey, Gilbert. Yeah, that's all. I mean, they're in a downtrend, but hey, I agree with you. They are acting like a bull. They wouldn't know that they're in a downtrend, but technically on the daily chart, they did so much damage that they have so much to fix in order to make that uptrend, to change the trend from downtrend to uptrend. So that's all right there. All right, let's go take a look at SPY. All right, SPY on the 2-hour chart. Okay, so we can see right here. The shaded section is the pre-market, post-market. And this would be closing candles right there. Okay, you can see closing candle. We got the price, the 3, and the yellow 3 EMA up over the white 8 EMA. All right, so it's in an uptrend. You got space between yellow right here and the white 8 right there. So that's in an uptrend, closed with a 2-hour uptrend on SPY. And in the pre-market, they're still hanging on to that uptrend. All right, so let's take a look at the 10-minute chart. And into the closing hour, they had a 10-minute uptrend. That would be price over the 3, and the 3 in price over the 8, all 3 over the 17. You got a rising uptrend going into close. Okay, yesterday's pattern was, let me get my drawing tools out here. They're coming. Here they are somewhere. I see them somewhere. There they are. All right, so price action for yesterday was, we used green candles, okay? This was Friday's price action, was an up move from the origin down here, all right? An up move, a down move, another up move, another down move, and then they took another up move, creating the W pattern. And believe it or not, then they had, in the overnight action, they pulled back and then they ripped up. Okay? That was the pattern I was talking about on Friday afternoon, that this is probably some form of this may play out. I didn't know if it was going to be a consolidation W or a consolidation wedge. I did say it might be a wedge as well. So, but this is the pattern that did play out. It was up, back, up, half back, and then rip up. Okay. Price target today for this morning. Green erases red. I think it's 564.09. That would be my price target for this morning. Take that out. And after 564.09, if they still want to be bullish after that, again, all-time high, 565.18. So 564.09 is the first target. Second target, 565.18. Okay, so there's SPY. Now, it's going to take probably a couple days of consolidation, maybe even a week. All right, because we're up at the all-time highs. We're just not going to blast right through them. All right, so it's going to take us a while to consolidate. This may continue for 2 weeks. I don't know. All right, we'll see what happens. I'm expecting more consolidation. They may get up there, test the highs, and then just decide that they couldn't make a significant higher high, come back and then test the lows. I would not be surprised to see that happen. All right, so I would expect more consolidation. It's great that they're doing it after, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 days up here. All right, that they're trying to break out. I think that's great. I don't know how successful they're going to be, but I wish them all the success because I'm long SPY. But I expect more consolidation. So somewhere, sometime, either today, tomorrow, I'm expecting pullback, to this 560, 558 area. We'll see what happens, all right? I was expecting a wedge to form. That was not the wedge I was looking for right there. I was kind of expecting more of a wedge in the line of like maybe from that kind of a roof slope, that kind of a slope up, not this for a slope. Did not expect that. Okay, but it may be what they're gonna give us. I don't know. All right, I don't think so. I think it would tend to be more something of a slower slope in the consolidation wedge. We'll see what happens. All right, so trash that out. And I'm expecting more consolidation. We'll see. So I think we go up and I think we test 564.09, and then I think we may fade from there. All right, that's what I think. I think we may fade back down to 560 area. We'll see what happens. That's a 10-minute chart. Those are the targets this morning. The pivot, again, 558.39. 558.39. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All right, so there's SPY on the 10-minute chart. Let's take a look at it on the daily. On the daily chart, we got an inside day. So it's a lower high and a higher low closing over bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So SPY in an uptrend because they took out this high right here. All right, so they're in an uptrend. QQQ. All right, QQQ made an inside day closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. They are in an uptrend because they took out this high right here in the circle. All right, so they're in an uptrend. All right, and let's take a look at FNGU. See, they took out this high right here on that red candle right there. Okay, so they took out the high, so they are in an uptrend. Even though they pull back underneath the 17, they're still in an uptrend. Okay, so there's FNGU taking out the high. So that puts them in an uptrend. Yesterday's price action inside day, closing inside the bullish trap as opposed to over the bullish trap. Okay, so there's FNGU in an uptrend, closing inside the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Okay, let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow does a bullish engulfing move because if we started in this area down here, if we started from this closing period right there, we engulfed all of that red body and then more. So bullish engulfing move with higher low, higher high, breakout, closing over bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So that's Diamond Dow in an uptrend. They're in an uptrend, and they just made their uptrend yesterday because they took out this high right there. All right, they just actually made their high, not yesterday, but Friday, by taking out this high. As of before Friday, they were in a downtrend, but acting very bullish, okay, technically. All right, they had all of this to repair, and they managed to repair it all. It took them a while to do it. Looks like 3 weeks. They finally got it done at the end of the week here, closing over that high right there. Right there. Pretty sure that's the high. Let me make sure, double check it, get my crosshairs out. All right, the high there is for 12.01. The high there is for 12.05. They beat it by 4 cents. That's enough to put it in an uptrend right there. That's the high right there. All right, so there's Diamond Dow. I'll put a circle around it. They took out that high right there. So there's Diamond Dow in an uptrend. Okay, so everything's in an uptrend except for IWM. And let me just say, IWM is acting bullish. Nice breakout, but technically has not made a higher low and made a new high, and it has not taken out the high that damaged it so severely. All right, so there's Diamond Dow. Take a look at the technicals. And for the technicals for Friday, we spent the day in the overbought zone. Love that, okay? A lot of good stuff happens when we're in the overbought zone. T2123. Well, green from the beginning of the day to the end of the day with a whole lot more space opening up between this hooking 200 SMA and the price action like that. So really nice. So you can see that puts them above the prior all-time highs and within striking distance of the all-time high. This is the prior all-time highs. This is the new all-time highs right here. Okay, so they're within striking distance of taking those out. T2123, if you look T2123, if you look at this, we got a big sloppy bull flag, okay? Price action for the 3-bar chart. Okay, good consolidation over kind of a rising 200 SMA. It's a 3-bar chart. It's not going to move as fast as the 15. Yesterday's price action, we put in 3 more green candle bars with more space opening up in between here. We'll see. You can see they're within striking distance of the all-time highs up here. And again, nice bullish consolidation. A little sloppy if you ask me, but it took them, let's see, almost all of August and half of September making that flag there. So good thing is they didn't go up. You know, they didn't go up and then come back down, okay? What they did do was something that I like to see the bulls do, is to go up and hold the higher ground. Okay, for me, that's bullish. When you get gap ups and you fail to fill those gap ups, the bears fail to fill it, that's bullish for me. Consolidation over prior consolidation. It's another clue that makes it bullish. Up over the 200 SMA, also very bullish. So those are 3 or 4 of the different clues that I look for in a chart and the price action when I'm looking at it and determining what makes me want to buy or sell this chart. Is I'm looking at how much bullish clues I'm looking at and how many bearish clues I'm looking at. So I got to call it the way it is, and this is up and over to the right, bullish consolidation. I got to agree with that. Okay, so let's go take a look at FNGU. And on FNGU for Friday's price action, okay, we got caught underneath this rising 200 SMA. Good thing is we didn't make the rubber band candle. I don't know if that's coming today, but we did come back up and spike it. Notice we failed to hold the higher ground up here. So that's kind of a little red flag, but we didn't make a lower low. All right? So that's kind of a green flag, all right? We went up. We didn't hold the ground over the 200, but we didn't make a lower low. So I'm thinking, what are you guys thinking? Consolidation, probably? That's what I'm thinking, consolidation. Over to the right, and then it may take a little bit of time for them to get back up on top of this 200 SMA. All right, so they left off. So you can see price action, a little bit of green, back up into the 200, and then back underneath VWAP. Don't like that. But then at the end of the day, they failed to make the lower low, and we find ourselves back up on top of VWAP, heading toward the 200 SMA. So I like that. So there's FNGU on the 15-minute chart. Like to see it consolidate and eventually make a move back up there, because this is like the leash that drags SPY around. All right, wherever this goes, it pretty much drags SPY with it most of the time. All right, so there's FNGU on the 15-minute chart. Let's go take a look at a few sectors. Start off with the energy sector. First one, USO. Now USO was in an uptrend since it broke that high, but you wouldn't know it because it was acting like a bear. Okay, so USO in an uptrend. Okay, failed to make the lower low, so it hangs on to the uptrend. And then the price action for Friday, you got a higher low and a higher high closing over a bullish cross and over a hooking down 17 EMA. And if this is today's price action, that's a really nice candle to begin the day right there. So there's USO in an uptrend and finally recovering a good part of that uptrend. UNG. UNG in an uptrend since it took out this high. Okay, if it takes out this low, it'll be back in a downtrend. All right, UNG got a Friday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing under bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, so UNG in an uptrend, but acting like a bear. So there's UNG. Let's take a look at silver and gold, both in uptrends. All right, both made higher lows and higher highs, closing over bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. Silver became in an uptrend when it took out this high right there. So take a look at gold. Gold looks similar. Gold this was the all-time high right there, made on, this would be Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, made on Tuesday, was a new all-time high made on Tuesday. And here we are on Monday, almost ready to attack that all-time high for GLD. Price action for Friday, again, same as SLV, higher low, higher high, closing over bullish traps over the 17 EMA. There's GLD. All right, let's take a look at a few sectors. First one is SMH. So semiconductors. Semiconductors got into an uptrend as soon as they took out this high. Semiconductors put in an inside day, still bullish, still in an uptrend. Okay, XLK. XLK became in an uptrend when it took out this high. XLK inside day, closing over the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. XLK in an uptrend. XLI. XLI made new all-time highs on Friday right there. That's a new all-time high for the industrials. Nice to see that. All right, so XLI that made new all-time highs, pretty much in an uptrend right there. XLF made new all-time highs on Friday. Okay, bullish, closing over the bullish trap over the 17. XLF new all-time highs, and I can see in the morning making new all-time highs again this morning. Let's go back and look at XLI. Yep, doing the same thing, new all-time high for XLI this morning as well as Friday. Okay, let's take a look at XRT. Want to follow this one. Okay, XRT got a lot of damage. All right, so XRT came in a downtrend when it took out this low and this low. Okay, so XRT in a downtrend has to take out this high right here. Okay, so XRT getting close, no cigar yet. Okay, XRT higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. XRT in a downtrend, but very bullish. All right, as soon as they take out this high, they'll be in an uptrend. That's our retail sector. Let's take a look at one more sector here. What do I want to look at? Transports, IYT. All right, so here's our transports. And did we do it yesterday? Oh my gosh. Transports now entered uptrend. Here's Friday's price action candle. Higher low, higher high. Taking out this high right here. Puts them in an uptrend. All right, now traders, we've got 3 of the major components that we need to have a robust rally. A robust uptrend. We have the transports in an uptrend. We have technology and semiconductors in an uptrend. And we have financials in an uptrend. Okay, SPY 600 is possible. All right, everything is looking good. And on top of all of that, we've got T2123, small cap, mid caps, no weighted stocks in here, in a really nice bull flag. Imagine if that broke out just as high as it rose up from there. We could see SPY 600, maybe even 620. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that is really looking good if they get a breakout over those highs for a nice breakout up there. All right, so there's T2123. Again, we have everything. We have the perfect storm for a really nice rally. All right, so start thinking maybe some put spreads. If you like put spreads, maybe long-term calls, maybe. We'll see. All right, we're in an uptrend. You got SPYs in an uptrend. You got SMH in an uptrend. Technology in an uptrend. Industrials making new all-time highs. Financials making new all-time highs. And we've got the transports just turned the corner on Friday. They're now in an uptrend. So this is the perfect storm for a really nice breakout. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's go take a look at the economic numbers and see if there's anything that could squash this rally that we're looking for. All right, so let's take a look at, which one do I want? That one. All right. Economic calendar for today. What do we got? Durable good orders, 8:30. Dallas Fed Manufacturing Survey, 10:30. Doesn't really have an impact on the markets. Not as great as some of these highlighted ones. Tomorrow, consumer confidence at 10. Case-Shiller Home Price Index at 9. FHFA House Price Index also at 9. Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index at 10. Treasury buyback announcement at 11. And money supply at 1. So really, except for consumer confidence, kind of a light first 2 days of the week. All right. And then on Wednesday, Treasury buyback results, a petroleum report at 10:30, So Wednesday's kind of a light day. Big one, main event this week is going to be probably a toss-up between GDP coming out on Thursday and NVIDIA earnings Wednesday night. All right, so between the two of those are going to be the main events. Is Thursday morning GDP, which I expect to be really good with the falling dollar we've had all month. And NVIDIA, I'm not sure what they'll give us for earnings, but they're going to report Wednesday night, and they are capable of rocking and rolling the market. So we'll see what happens with that. So there's the economic calendar. Max pain for today is 557. Not sure if we'll see it. Maybe, maybe not. Like I said, I do expect more SPY consolidation. And that max pain is regarding the options that expire today. All right, we have a put to call ratio of 1.5 puts to every call that expires today. All right, so we may see 557, not sure. We'll see what happens. We are acting bullish. The pattern, the W halfback pullback breakout pattern is still working. All right, so we'll see what they want to do with that. I still expect them to run up and test 464.09. That's my number up there. Like to see them test that, maybe even hold on to that number. Like to see them hold the higher ground up there, possibly go up and test the all-time highs. We'll see what happens. The day is early and it's the beginning of the week. We could get a nice pop. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Earnings calendar for Monday. PDD Holdings, $202 billion. BHP Group, $137 billion. The rest of them, just familiar names. None of these are really going to move the markets nor the sectors all that much. Tuesday, what do we got? Again, Bank of Montreal, Bank of Nova Scotia. Again, some familiar names, but nothing that's going to rock and roll the markets, not like NVIDIA. Wednesday, all right, NVIDIA is going to report after the close. Salesforce, $250 billion, not a small company. It's nothing compared to NVIDIA, but Salesforce is going to report right alongside NVIDIA. NVIDIA is $3 trillion. Salesforce is $250 billion. Royal Bank of Canada, $160 billion. They're going to report in the morning, all right? Thursday, let's see what we got. Again, Dell Technologies, Marvell, some familiar names. Nothing that's probably going to rock and roll the markets like NVIDIA would. Friday, all right, we've got a really light day on Friday. You can see Frontline, maybe a familiar name there, Jinko Solar. All right, but nothing that's really going to move the markets. Monday, I believe we're off on Monday. Yeah, I think Monday we're closed. So we're coming into a 3-day weekend. Okay, there may be plus the end of the month. So it'll be curious if they want to put some window dressing on this August and see what happens with that. Would not be surprised to see them put some window dressing on either in the end of this month, maybe even at the beginning of the following month, September. We'll see what happens. U.S. dollar index. Let's take a look at that. All right, dollar's in a downtrend. All right, that means GDP should be looking really good. Here's August. There's the beginning of August right here. All right, here's the end of August right here, September right there. So you can see nice downtrend. Even, let's just take July. Ever since July, let's just say they measure from July to August to give us the August numbers. Dollar's been in a downtrend that should be increasing sales across seas, overseas, and on our borders. So I think GDP is going to come in really nice. If it doesn't come in nice this month, I'm really speculating next month's going to look spectacular. So there is U.S. dollar index closing at 100 and like 67 cents, 70 cents, right around there. All right, so dollars dropping. All right, so now I will take questions in the room. If there's no questions, I will render my video. Things looking good. SPY. Let's go take a look at SPY. One more time here. 10-minute chart. Okay. So you can see there was the W pattern that kind of played out that I was talking about yesterday on Friday. Got a rip up from the bottom and then back up and then back down and then back, and then they did the half back overnight and then they ripped up. So I was kind of hoping they're going to go up and test 564.0, but we do got a higher low, so I'm still looking for the higher high. So 564 is still on the radar. All right, traders, that's it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land. All right, I'm going to come back on at 9:15, and we're going to set this up for, hey, we're bullish. Red erases green over the pivot. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. Green erases red over the pivot. All right, so we're up into these highs. It's not much upside for the first target, but the second target there is. Okay, first target's right around the corner, 564.09. So we'll see what we want to do here this morning. All right, thank you, and thank you. I will be back in about 45 minutes.